Hi, it's Dr. Matthew. Today I'm talking about anxiety control for dogs and cats during travel. So hi pet parents. Obviously traveling internationally with our furry friends could be an exciting adventure, but for many people the relocation is of no choice, but it's just the family's moving overseas, and so it's also filled with a lot of anxieties for pets. And what's going to happen with the animals. So today we're going to talk about how to reduce these things from an evidence-based standpoint. Okay, so understanding pet travel anxiety. So what is it? International travel introduces pets to quite unfamiliar environments. There's different motions, noises, and they're confined in a travel crate. Think back to your first flight yourself. Perhaps it was thrilling yet nerve-wracking as your ears popped and you encountered new sensations in an aeroplane for the first time. Our pets likely experience something similar and some kind of discomfort. Signs of anxiety in dogs and cats may include vocalizing, like barking, meowing, yowling, like shouting, trembling, panting, licking the lips, hiding, or even being aggressive. And recognizing these signs is the first step towards helping your pet. So, what are the options? So there's pharmacological or medicine interventions. One medication that has shown promise is gabapentin. There's a 300 milligram and 100 milligram capsules. There's probably other formulations available also. Initially this was made for seizure control and for pain management. But nowadays it's also used widely for stress relief for pets traveling. There was a study in 2017 which was published in the Journal of American Veterinary Medicine Association, and this showed that one dose of gabapentin prior to going to a veterinary clinic significantly reduced the stress-related behaviours. And this has been kind of tested and shown in a clinical journal. And that was particularly for cats. So for dogs, also studies have been shown to show that it helps reducing stress during veterinary visits. There's a 2021 study that found that giving gabapentin to pets 2 hours before going to a veterinary clinic reduced fear-based aggressive behaviours, and also things like licking their tongue and other symptoms of stress. And then this allowed them to be examined more carefully and clearly in a clinic. So gabapentin is a critical, really helpful tool, like a supplement for travelling. But of course, speak to your veterinarian directly to see what is the correct dose and whether or not this is the right item for your pet to have before they travel. So there's natural remedies. A lot of people feel more comfortable with natural remedies. So one product which people use for pets is Bark Rescue Remedy. This is a blend of flower essences. This is aimed at alleviating stress. Now, anecdotal reports do suggest benefits. I've had a lot of friends and a lot of pet owners who I know who have travelled using gabapentin on their pets, using Bark Rescue Remedy, and they feel it's effective. However, there do need to be some more rigorous studies because there's not a lot of science behind this item. A third thing is pheromones such as Adaptil for dogs and Fellaway for cats. Now these are mimicking the natural calming pheromones which the pets actually release themselves. So they're a synthetic analogue, and when mother dogs and mother cats are nursing their young, they release this pheromone. It's like a smell, but people cannot smell it, but dogs and cats can smell it. There's a 2020 study published in the Frontiers of Veterinary Science journal, and this found that both Adaptil and Fellaway were helping significantly reduce any undesirable interactions and behaviour between dogs and cats who living in the same household, and was enhancing relaxation in the dogs and cats. So we do find that these pheromones are very helpful for pets travelling. Also, there's behavioural strategies. So apart from medicines and supplements, there's behavioural strategies. So implementing behavioural strategies can be highly effective. This is a good alternative. So one is desensitization. What you can do is you can gradually introduce travel-related stimuli, such as airplane noises, such as bangs and large sounds that in a cargo hold or an airplane, and you can gradually do this in a way where the pets get used to them without being worried. Another thing you can do is positive reinforcement. So during traveling, for example, going in a car or going in a taxi, giving short car rides around the block, rewarding your pet for staying calm. So if they stay calm and they're not moving in the travel box or on your lap, give them some treats. Other items that can help are belongings, like t-shirts or bed can be helpful for a sense of comfort when pets are traveling. But you also do need to bear in mind what the airline's going to allow, because some airlines are not going to allow certain things which are too bulky. So in conclusion, that's the basics of helping pets having controlled anxieties during travel. So we looked at some medications, we looked at some natural remedies, and we looked at some behavioural strategies. Now let's dive a little bit deeper into how to practically implement these solutions and any other additional techniques which we may have which can help make a difference. Because we all want our pets to be, lying on the floor and calm and sleeping like Cuckoo is here, my pet who's with us today. So one thing is pre-travel conditioning. This is the foundation for success. So one of the most effective ways to reduce travel stress is through preparation and gradual exposure to what's going to be happening. Yes, let them spend some time in a crate before you lock the crate door. You can simulate movement by having the pet in the crate and then having a short car ride with your pet inside the crate, or just moving the crate around your flat. Another thing is desensitization to sounds and to motions. Airports and cargo areas can be loud with unusual noises that may cause distress. You can play recorded airport sounds at a low volume and increase it gradually. So do this over time, so then the pets are not concerned by these noises. And if possible, take your pet on a short trip in a car or even on a rolling suitcase or something like this to mimic movement sensations. So all of these things can help your pets feel used to this travel. It's important to have familiar scent and comfort items. So familiar scents and smells actually reduce stress hormones in pets. So you can wipe the inside of the travel crate with some clothing or some bedding which smells like home, or you can use a blanket which has been sprayed with Adaptil for dogs or Feliway for cats, which then provides a calming sense for your pet. So also managing the airport and the check-in process. These places, the airport, the cargo areas, they're strange environments for pets, but there are strategies to make this as least stressful as possible. So to make the transition smoother, try to minimize the time in the cargo hold by choosing to have a direct flight if that's possible. Some it's not possible, but you could choose to have a layover where there's going to be some good animal handling in that layover. For example, in Frankfurt, we know the animal lounge there is fantastic. Okay, I want to talk now about keeping your pet calm before departure. So before you go to the airport for your dog, a long walk or a session of playing can help your dog to feel more relaxed. And also at the check-in, try to stay talking with a calm voice. Don't have too much overstimulation, so your dog is pretty calm before the check-in. Okay, what happens during travel? Okay, so once the flight's in progress, you won't be able to check on your pet, but understanding what happens behind the scenes perhaps can give you a little bit of peace of mind. So in an airplane, in the cargo hold, the conditions are, it's a pressurized, same as it's temperature controlled, and it's pressurized the same as business class or economy class. It's comfortable. The pilot knows that your pet is on board. The lighting is quite dim there, so that helps to mean that there's not too much stimulation for your pets. Okay, once you get your dog or cat home, how do you help them settle in and recover? Okay, so actually after landing, most pets are quite resilient, particularly dogs. You should monitor your cats for stress signs, watching out for perhaps refusing to eat or some kind of lethargy which could indicate stress. And do try to return to a normal routine as quickly as possible. Same type of food as normal, the same timing as normal, regular patterns that you normally have to allow your pet to kind of bounce back and return to normal as quickly as possible. So in closing, thank you so much for joining me today. Wishing you and your pets safe and happy travels and journey. Do remember, number one, plan ahead. Start crate training early and gradually expose your pet to the travel conditions. Number two, you can use some proven calming aids such as gabapentin, pheromone sprays and natural remedies. Number three, try to optimize the travel experience by providing some comfortable items inside the travel crate, such as a familiar t-shirt or blanket. And number four, do monitor the recovery period, and so prepare so once your pet arrives home, you can help them readjust to the new environment as soon as possible. So honestly, with the right approach, international pet travel, it doesn't have to be a nerve-wracking experience for you and your pet. It can be very safe and very smooth. So thank you so much for your attention today, and all the best.